Hello, everybody! Hello. How you been? What's up? What's happening? Alright, so I already used the moisturizer to moisturize my face. After that, we're going to go ahead and use the Fenty Beauty Primer. So since we aren't using a foundation, we're going to go ahead and set our face with a light coverage of translucent powder after the primer and moisturizer sets in. Alright, so usually I use the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer, but today I'm not going to use that because I think that's what's been drying out my eyelids. So instead we're actually going to use a ColourPop concealer, and it's in the color white. You can use any white concealer. Alright, now that we have primed our eyes, I'm going to go ahead and use the palette High Tides and Good Vibes by Tarte. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and use the color Dive In. We're going to use the e.l.f. C brush. Just like this. We're going to be doing a halo effect. And these colors, I totally recommend using this palette if you're just starting to get into like using different colors and stuff, because these colors are really easy to blend and pack on. I look kind of crazy right now, but we're going to go ahead and use the same brush and go into the color Deep Blue and make sure it's clean. I like to use this thing I got of AliExpress. It's like a sponge, a dry sponge cleaner for your brushes, and it gets all the pigment off. It's pretty cool. Once that color is packed on, we're going to go ahead and layer it on top of the first color we packed onto our eyes. And use a light hand, and what helps if you have a heavy hand is if you put your hand in the back of the brush. Just like that. Alright, now that those two first colors are packed on, I'm going to go ahead and take this e.l.f. blending brush, and I'm going to use the color Surf's Up. It's this light blue one right here. And we're going to lightly blend that on top of all the colors at the top, just so it blends everything out evenly. And what helps me is I bounce back and forth like this. I don't know what this brush is called, but it's like, it looks like this. I'm going to start off with the color Dive In. We're going to do it in the same order as we did our top lid. We're just going to blend in the color Surf's Up, and we're going to go ahead and wipe our brush off with that and pack it onto the brush. Alright, so right after we're going to take a flat brush, and we're going to go ahead and use the white concealer, put that on the flat brush, and we're going to draw, I don't know what it's called. It's like the halo thing. Right after I draw that, since it's stained blue, I'm going to go ahead and get in my micellar water. Or you can use any makeup remover that's a liquid. Go ahead and remove that just so we can turn the concealer white instead of blue because it's so stained. Okay, so it should look a little something like this, and we're going to go ahead and reapply that concealer. Okay, so I was trying to refrain from using this palette because he's been stirring up a lot of shit, but I'm going to go ahead and use the Morphe X James Charles palette and use this white right here. It's called Flashback, and we're going to use that as a base on top of the white. And I'm just applying it with this brush. I don't know what it's called. Alright, so no more of that palette. We're going to go ahead and go back into High Tides, Good Vibes and use the C brush. We're going to go ahead and use the color Surf's Up and pack that on right here, just to use it as a transition shade. For the outer corner and inner corner, we're going to go ahead and go into the color Dive In and just pack that on. Alright, and for the inner corner, I'm going to go ahead and go into this Too Faced Chocolate Gold palette. I'm going to go ahead and use the color Drippin' Diamonds, so I can use this color right here, Turtlet. When you use these glitters right here, it's always good to put a base on it because these will not just stick by itself, and they will like move around and get into your eye easily. Okay, so me personally, I like to use a small lip brush, and I'm going to go ahead and use the e.l.f. Makeup Mist and Set. Spray that, and we're going to go ahead and go into Drippin' Diamonds. Wow. And spray the brush again into the glitter Turtlet. Oh, this part is totally optional. I kind of want to deepen the look, so I'm going to go ahead and go into this color right here, Decadent, and we're going to go ahead and put that in the outer, just a little bit, in the outer and inner corner. Okay, and to get the fallout off of our lashes, I'm going to go ahead and go into the Maybelline Mascara Lash Sensational, and we're going to put that on our top and bottom lashes. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and go into the e.l.f. Dip Brow. I'm using the shade Dark, and we are going to fill in our eyebrows. Alright, after all that is done, we're going to go ahead and get our lashes. I'm going to use the Jasmine Brown Allure lashes. Alright, so we're going to do, or lastly, we're going to do a light contour. So what I'm going to go ahead and use is the Fenty Beauty bronzer. Just like that. Okay, now that our nose is skinny and snatched, we're going to go ahead and go into this Fenty Beauty Diamond Balm. It's in the color How Many Carats. And when I apply this, it's just glitter, so I like to use my finger. You barely have to swatch it and it just goes crazy. And then, do you see that already? Like, I didn't even put any on. And then put that down our nose, just a little bit. And just to set my eyebrows, I like to use a mascara that I am running out of. And to set it, we're just going to go ahead and use the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. Love this stuff. And for the lips, I'm going to go use the Nana Coco and the color Dancing Star. Okay, so my light was a little bit far away today, and I'm kind of pissed because it looks a lot better up close like this, because now you can see every, ooh, look at that highlight, every detail of my makeup. Bye guys, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Make sure you like it, make sure you subscribe. Love you, bye. See you in the next video.